Morning guys, Lake District Cyclist here. I thought I'd do a 6-monthly review on the bike today, just going through the negatives and the positives I've found over the few months I've been riding it, and just to give you any tips and tricks I've found over the time. And if you've got any questions or comments to make, please make them at the bottom, and then I'll get back to you. And if I do forget a few things, I will obviously explain it to you on the messages. Just thanks for everyone who's subscribed. It's been really positive, all the messages I've been getting. Like I say, I haven't been doing this, I've only been doing this a few months. I just wanted to start it up to get the Orbea out there, because there's been not much content on the online for when I was buying it, so I just wanted to try and make it in depth as possible for people who want to buy them or who have them, to try and gain a channel where we can come and chat about them and obviously discuss the bikes, and obviously anyone who's thinking about buying one, I can hopefully get you in the right direction of what you want. So anyway, let's get on the bike. So guys, I thought I'd start with the negatives. The first few negatives I've found is obviously like the last few of my videos I've been saying about the end caps. These. Now, I've already lost 2 of these caps since I've had the bike, and obviously if you want to keep it as a beer, I mean, you want to keep these caps. Now, you can't buy these caps. I spent a few months speaking to Orbea and Sigma Sports, who I bought the bike off, and they just couldn't get hold of the caps. They were trying to sell me other caps and different types of caps, and that was from Sigma Sports. Anyway, I finally got hold of someone in Orbea who said what you've got to do is you've got to buy the tape, and the caps come with the tape. And they couldn't sell it to me, but they give me an order number, which I then give to Sigma Sports, who then ordered them from Orbea, and then I bought them for $7.99 from Sigma Sports to get me other 2 end caps. Now, on my last ride, one of the end caps fell out again, but luckily I managed to get it and pick it back up. But I was getting sick of them coming out, so I went for the muck-off tubeless stealth kit, which I can obviously screw it now. If you watch one of my previous videos I've just put out there, it shows you how I fitted them and that. Obviously they look dead neat and they're tight and they won't come off, so they're brilliant. I mean, one of the tips someone gave me about the caps was tape them up with black tape, but I tried that and they just looked awful. They looked a mess. You don't want the bike looking a mess, so I've gone with them. I think they look alright, so I don't know if you can see them well in the light, but they look quite good. You can get them in different colours. I put the link on the video, the last one, but I put the link on this one as well if you wanted to get some of them. They are good, but try and watch the video on me fitting them, because it'll show you what they do. So that was one of them. The other negative I've got on the bike is obviously the wobble on the light mount. Now, I've took it off and try to tighten the screws, but that's as tight as they go, so it's always going to wobble. It's strong enough, it's going to hold the Garmin in. There's no worry of it falling off. It's just not really good for the wobble. And obviously I've got a mount for the GoPro, but I've never used it, and probably a good job I haven't, because it's going to be the footage is going to be wobbling on that. So that's another one. And the light wires come out very easily, so I've had to try and tape that up, which looks a mess, but they're quite easy, too easy for my liking. But I'm not going to take it off because the light's brilliant, especially at night. It really works well. So obviously it's part of the bike setup. So that's another negative. The other negative is that I could do with an extra cog on the cassette, but if you paid the extra £300 to get the D40 and not the D50, you get the extra cog, you get the next level gear set up. I think it's a Tigris or like that. This is the Claris. So the extra cog would have come in handy. Now that's only if you want to use the bike as normal. If you've got this in level 3, it doesn't really matter because you're not going to use them top 2 cogs. Well, I haven't hardly used the top 2 cogs when I'm in power level setting 3. But obviously eventually I want to use this as a normal bike and only use the power when really I need to use it. You know, like last resort sort of thing. So maybe eventually I might get a bigger cassette and put that on, but that's the only slight negative, and I'm picking here because the bike is amazing. But they're probably the only negatives I've got on the bike itself. So alright guys, on to the positives. The positives, well, I can just say the bike really, but one of the main positives, obviously, you've got the e-bike Motion X35. I mean, it's a fantastic motor system. You can hardly tell it's an e-bike, which is brilliant. The motors are small, and the amount of power it gives out is amazing. And obviously, you've only got the little light setting, which changes the powers. You know, that's on there. There's no power at the minute. Green's level 1, orange is level 2, red's level 3, back to 0, and that's it. I mean, you've got the computer that comes with it as well, which obviously gives you the power settings, and you can change the power settings on that. But the e-bike Motion system, I think it's Marley or something like that. I think it's a German make, but it's a really good make, and the system itself, I mean, it's brilliant. Bar I mean, the plugs could be better, but other than that, I mean, the e-bike Motion system is brilliant. The seat, as another positive for me, it's really thin, but it's comfy. I mean, the 40-mile rides I've done, or just under, and it's so comfortable, the seat. I can't believe how comfortable it is, the size of it is. Probably the comfortablest seat I've had on a bike. So I'm never going to change that because that is so comfortable. That's another positive. Obviously the lightness of the bike, that's another positive because it's an e-bike. I think it's about 15 kilograms, I think, around about that, and it is absolutely brilliant for the. It's probably the lightest bike I've had, and this is an e-bike. So you know, because you've got the carbon fork, I mean, it gives it a lot lighter bike, and you know, it's really good. It is really good for the lightness. And obviously another positive is that we've got the lights already set on. I don't know if you can tell that on video, and it's a bit light around here, but at night the front light lights up the whole road. It is brilliant. And you got the back light, both, you know, exceptional lights what you already got on the bike. The brakes are really good. I'm come down some right steep hills, and the brakes have always stopped me, and they're really responsive brakes. Even when I've been using them quite a lot, the brake pads don't seem to heat up, and they still seem to respond really well. That's another feature. These are mechanical brakes. If you paid the extra £300 for the D40, not only you get the extra cog, you get the hydraulic brake system. Now, I've never had a hydraulic brake system, so I don't want to go into it because I don't want to tell you stuff I don't know, but I've never had any problem with this brake system. It works brilliant for me, and so I'm very happy with that. So other than that, I mean, the whole bike's a positive to me. I mean, I love it. I mean, I've changed the tyres, as I've told you in previous videos. That's only because the Hutchinson Fusion tyres were brilliant, but because of where I live at the Lake District, there's a lot of uneven roads, gravel roads, which I'd like to go on a lot more, and these tyres suit me better for what I want to do. So other than that, I mean, the bike is spot on. So obviously a few changes I've done to the bike since I've had it. Obviously like I've just said, I've changed the tyres, which I've shown you on a previous video. Put on 735s, the ones you get with 730s, Hutchinsons. I put these on, the G1s. These are 735s. Like I said, they're a brilliant tyre. I've gone through a few gravel tracks now, on one of the previous videos, and they work really well. I love them. They're tubeless. Obviously set them up as tubeless, so that's one of the changes I've made. Another change, obviously, I've changed the caps to the muck off stealth puncture kits. So obviously then I've got the if I do get a puncture, what the sealant won't fix. Obviously I've got the kits in my handlebars now where I've got the plugs, so I've got the plug kit and the knife, so I can plug it, cut it off, and then I don't have to carry anything in my own bags. They're already in the handlebars. So that's another change I've made. Obviously I've put my Garmin pillar to fit my Garmin on, my own bottle maker, and the pedals I've put on. Pedals are obviously clip on and just normal pedal. That's one thing I'm gonna need to get yet. I haven't got my clip on shoes yet. That'll be another video I'm going to do soon, because I've never ridden with clips, so that'd be interesting. But that's one thing I'm going to get, clip on shoes. I've also got the normal pedals as well, so I've got the best of both worlds. Obviously I've gone tubeless with the muck off kits. As if you look at my other videos, you'll see me how I've changed that into tubeless. I've used the muck off kit. Comes with the caps and stuff. So yeah, that's the changes I've made. So yeah, I'm very pleased what I've done to it, and I'm very pleased with the bike so far. So yeah. So conclusion for me is, would I recommend the bike? And the answer is a big fat yes. I would recommend the bike. For 2,000, I think at the minute, I think these are £2,000 and all. I think that I got it for 2,300, but I think at the minute you can get one for around about £2,000 if you look on the right shops. For the price, you're not going to get a better e-bike for the price. It's got everything. You know, it's light. It's got a brilliant motor system. It's got the light system. It looks nice. It comes in 3 colours. You can get it in white. You can get it in this colour, black. I like the all black, so I went for the all black. And you can get it in like a lime green colour, I think it is. But you know, I like this colour. If you wanted the extra cog and the hydraulic brake system, pay the extra £300 and get the D40. There's obviously the D30 gravel bike where you get like a gravel system gear set, and obviously I'll do the gravel wheels. I think that's about £800 more. It's probably a few bits and bobs, probably for gravel riders and that. What it is I want to be a road biker. I want to go on the roads, but I want like a gravel tyre. So I wanted the gear set where I've got more, you know, the extra cog at the front and stuff like that. So this suited me better, especially for the price as well. And it's definitely, I'd highly recommend getting this bike. I mean, Orbea, they've always been renowned for being good bikes. So I mean, all the cabling, all that, it's all set in and that. You can't see any of the cabling. It looks really, really nice. I mean, at the minute it needs a little bit of a clean, but you know, I highly recommend it. So like I say, please like and subscribe if you can. If you've got any questions, please ask me in the comments, and I'll try and answer them best I can, or I'll find out. Usually I'll go and find out the answers for you. Like I said, I managed to get the Orbea caps by emailing and hunting down, and I managed to get hold of the proper caps what go with the bike. But they still keep coming out, so I've gone for a different change. But they look nice, these the ones I've put on the muck off stealth cap, so it still looks a nice bike. And I've still got my 2 caps anyway, which I didn't want to lose. So anyways, thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions, please ask.